being in that room and hearing this, a lot of the things were not new to us, right? But a lot of it was a reminder of the things that we are not doing. And let's be real, some of us on the screen have a visitor pass, and you guys are looking for that lifetime membership, right? You have to earn that lifetime membership. And I'm so glad that you brought that up. You guys, on Sunday, had the fortunate opportunity to go sit in a room in John Cheplack's living room with team leaders and producers from all throughout the country. In that one room, there was $8.6 billion of production in that one room. So it was great to be able to sit there, learn, break bread from all these people, with all these people. The one thing that kept on coming up was the message to the market right now, right? And this is something that we're going to talk about until it is absolutely perfected. We are in a solution-based market, because let me ask a quick question. What is the sentiment of consumers right now in the marketplace? What do you think consumers are feeling right now? Anybody want to give some thoughts and some insight on what do you feel the sentiment of a consumer is right now in a shifting market? Fear? Yeah, okay. That's an awkward time. Uncertainty, 100%. You guys, there's a lot of uncertainty in the market right now. And so are you able to give them a level of certainty through your communication? Are you answering questions, and are you debunking things that they don't know about because they're only watching headlines? You guys have to be those people right now that are known as the pure experts in the real estate space. Mind you, we're not loved in this industry from consumers. They look at us as sometimes like used car salespeople, because some people have done a really bad job. You guys have to level up on your communication skills and level up on your expertise. So you guys have to ask yourself, how good of a communicator are you right now? Because if you are not working on your communication skills, you're missing a huge part and a huge opportunity for you to grow. You can get by, and a lot of people got by in pandemic, but in this new market, this is going to be a skill-based market. You have to make sure that you're masters at communication and masters at communicating as the market changes. Because agents right now that are able to perfect that message will be here in 2 years. And listen, there's people on the screen right now that will be the new kings and queens of the empire. There'll be new kings and queens in 2 years. There's also people in the industry right now that built their name through pandemic that will no longer be on the scene in 2 years from now, and I promise you that. Why? Because they were unable to adjust their messaging, they were unable to grow, and they didn't put their fucking ego aside, right? That's one thing they talked about in Sales Mastery, was throwing the ego out of the door and saying, you know what, I'm going to do whatever it takes to succeed. And hold on, let me plug this in. So message to market is going to be super important in the coming months and in the coming years. Expertise will win right now. And so I want you to ask yourself, how well do you communicate? If you had to rank your communication skills right now with a consumer on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the absolute best, 1 being the absolute worst, where would you rank yourself? Be true with your answer, be transparent with that answer, and be vulnerable with that answer. Let's go to the whiteboard. So I was gonna write some things out, but it's actually written on the board here. If you're at Sales Mastery, don't answer this question. When we think about these 3 categories, I want you guys to tell me, what do you think the #1 most important factor is in your business? Prospecting, okay, presenting, or closing? Out of those 3, and if you're at Sales Mastery, please don't answer that. And if you were in this room yesterday, don't answer that question. Out of those 3 topics right there, prospecting, presenting, and closing, what do you think is the most important? And go ahead and give closing. Okay. All right, cool. Closing. What else, you guys? Let's hear from you. Prospecting. Cool. Prospecting. What else, you guys? Anybody else? Closing. Okay. Cool. I love it. And you know what? Want to know what my answer was when that was posed in the room? It was prospecting, because I was like, oh, prospecting is going to cure everything. I'm going to get myself in front of people. Well, here's the thing. Prospecting is secondary, because if you don't have an ability to present at the highest level, it doesn't matter how many prospecting calls you make, because when that one person picks up, hi, Ilona. Yeah, I was calling you because the market, and I know that interest rate, and fuck, I'm a sandwich, right? So it's like, you made all the calls, you did all the action, but when somebody actually got in front of you, you froze. because you didn't know exactly what to say, and you didn't know how to say it, and you didn't know when to say it. That's why right now communication skills are going to be so important. That's why getting back to the basics and going through scripts is going to be more important than ever. I don't want you to sound like a robot. Hi, thank you for calling. This is Chris Edwards. How are you? Thank you. Pause. Hi, how are you? Thank you. I don't want that to be who you are. But what I want you to be is I want you to be fine-tuned with the way that you communicate. Because when you present at the highest level, you guys can walk into any scenario. And when you present at the highest level, when you prospect at the highest level, what is it going to make you? It's going to make you a better closer, because a better close is just a natural conclusion to everything that you covered throughout your presentation. So you want to be a great closer, be a great presenter. You want to be a great prospector, be a great presenter.